So one of the reasons that Kenny loves coming out here is he gets to ride a horse. I mean, he's gotten stronger as the years have progressed, but you know, the first time he was on a horse, we were a little bit nervous. They put a helmet on him, and they're holding him on there because he couldn't hold himself up there. And there was people walking alongside them holding his ventilator so he could breathe and still have that experience of riding a horse. And he loved it. He loved it. So that every time he goes back, he's like, oh yeah, we gotta go horseback riding. And now he's stronger and he doesn't have to have the vent during the day. So he's a little bit less tethered, but the staff are just still wonderful, and they walk alongside him and he's like, my horse's name was so-and-so, and you know, it's a wonderful thing.
There's more things that Kenny has done in the last 10 years he's done at Camp Camp than he would have ever done anywhere else. Paintball, archery, fishing, canoeing, swimming, horseback riding, even painting and carving pumpkins. Camp Camp's given him all that.
I paddled the canoe for the first time when I was 10 years old at camp. I was swimming in the Lazy River for the first time at camp. I did archery and paintball for the first time at camp.
I have two favorite memories at camp, and they're both slightly medically related because it's something medically you wouldn't see anywhere else. My first memory was when I was still a volunteer. There was a young boy that had a tracheostomy that his goal for the week was to go underwater. And anybody medical will know that is just not possible. You just don't do that. And I got to see him do that. There was a suction machine and respiratory therapist and physicians and nurses, and it's in my mind. I will never forget that day. All I remember is when he came out of the water, he was just smiling so big. All you could see was his teeth. And they taped it for his mom. My second favorite memory at camp happened just a few years ago. We had a young lady named Scarlett, and she wanted to ride the inner tube down the hill like all of her friends were doing, but she was dependent on her ventilator. My husband was the respiratory therapist that week, and I told him what Scarlett wanted to do, and he said, I can't do that. And I said, okay. And then I told Scarlett she needed to go ask him, and she did, and he couldn't tell her no. And so he was timing how long it took to get from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill. And so at the top of the hill, he gave her one big breath, and then she rode the inner tube all the way to the bottom of the hill. And he was waiting for her, and he gave her another big breath, and we taped it for her mom.